speaking of Iran, I hope they're not trying to build up again, because if they are, we're going to have no choice but very quickly to eradicate that buildup. So I hope Iran is not trying to build up, as I've been reading that they're building up weapons and other things. And if they are, they're not using the sites that we obliterated, but they're using possibly different sites. We know exactly where they're going, what they're doing, and I hope they're not doing it, because we don't want to waste the fuel on a B-2. It's a 37-hour trip both ways. I don't want to waste a lot of fuel.
How close are we to another war with Iran?
Well, I don't want to say that, but Iran may be behaving badly. It hasn't been confirmed, but if it's confirmed, look, they know the consequences. Consequences will be very powerful, maybe more powerful than the last time. And Iran should have made a deal the last time. I gave them the option.
Hi guys, my name is Captain Made, and as you can see, the pressure is getting worse. But right now the question is, did Iran officially declare the war? The answer is no. Iran has not formally declared a war in a legal sense like two countries signing a war declaration document. What Iranian president said lately in December 2025 is that his country is in a full-scale or a comprehensive war with the United States, Israel, and Europe.
I'm sorry, what the fuck do you mean Iran declared war with the US, Israel, and all of Europe, and nobody is talking about it? Now, it's less of a formal declaration of war, as Iran has simply acknowledged that the US and Israel and Europe have already brought it into war. But this announcement is important nonetheless. Now, this is a direct quote from the president of Iran, Masoud Pezeshkian. "We are in a full-fledged war with America, Israel, and Europe. They do not want our country to stand on its feet. Our dear military forces are doing their jobs with strength, and now, in terms of equipment and manpower, despite the challenges we had, they are stronger than when they," meaning Israel and the US, "attacked 6 months ago. So if they want to attack, they will naturally face a more decisive response." He also went on to say that this war is going to be unlike past wars in its intensity, saying this war is worse than Iraq's war against us. If one understands it well, this war is far more complex and difficult than that war.
Just as I said before, the pressure is getting worse daily by daily. And as it stands now, the Iran government, they refuse to cooperate with the Westerners with what they're saying. They refuse to that demand. So who knows what's going to be happening in the coming days, because these people, they were like, we're going to do these things on our way, on our terms. We cannot listen to what you guys are saying. No retreat, no surrender. But I just hope they restore peace in the coming days. If not, something else might trigger and something else might happen. But we don't want to see that. So we're just hoping the peace reign all over these nations. So we're just watching that to see what's going to happen again.
And he's referring to the war between 1980 and 1988 between Iraq and Iran. Mind you, thousands of people died during that war. Now, it's also worth noting that Netanyahu himself visited Donald Trump at his Mar-a-Lago resort in Florida this past weekend, and reports are saying that he allegedly is pushing for even more of a military response against Iran, this time with attacks focused on Tehran and the nuclear program. The US and Israel have both repeatedly made claims that Iran is trying to enrich its nuclear program to create nuclear weapons, a claim that Tehran has repeatedly denied, by the way. Now, all of this information in mind, this could be a repeat of the 12-day war in the summer between Israel and Iran. Over 1,000 people died when Israel struck alleged nuclear sites within Iran. But based on the response by the Iranian president, it sounds like we can expect
that's a political, diplomatic framing, a way of saying tyrants feast under a sustained attack and the pressure from those powers. Iran government claims it is in a comprehensive war with the West and vow a stronger military posture if attack happens again.
You know, I'm actually not surprised that the Iranian president has come out and said that they are in a full-scale war against the United States and Europe. I mean, if you remember back in June when there was that 12-day spat between Iran and Israel, where the US and Israel bombed nuclear facilities in Iran, it ended when Iran bombed a US facility in Qatar. But they had warned the Qatari government that this was happening hours before. So no U.S. personnel was at that facility, and only structural damage was done to this U.S. facility. And so now Iran is saying that they're in a total war with U.S., Israel, and Europe because of all these sanctions on Iranian nuclear facilities. Well, first of all, what do you expect Iran to say? Of course they're going to say that they're disappointed and they're angry.
Around now, the US have frozen and Iran refused to meet the Western demands. There is no major military outbreak yet, just like the war in June 2025. Right now, the big part of the tension is whether Iran is close to building a new nuclear weapon. The Western intelligence and the leaders have long said Iran nuclear enrichment could allow a bomb within a month if unrestricted. Iran insists the program is peaceful. The 2025 strike damaged nuclear facility but did not eliminate Iran's entire nuclear project. There is ongoing global concern about the unreached uranium stock price.
Did you hear what Iran just said to the United States? The Khamenei, yeah, Iran's supreme leader, just went on live television and basically told Trump, quote, "You can't do a damn thing about our nuclear program." Seriously, he mocked the United States and questioned who we even think we are. And then the dude, get this, doubles down, saying Iran's not stopping uranium enrichment, deal or no deal. Oh, and there's a lot more from Iran that we'll get to. But if you recall, Trump's been pushing hard here, saying under his potential new deal, Iran wouldn't be allowed to enrich at all. But Iran's just been laughing it off, saying, not your business, not your call. But then their foreign minister jumps into the mix on X, saying there's no deal without enrichment. And then their defense chief, well, he took a jab at Israel too, saying they're all bark and no bite. So everybody's jumping into the mix here. Things are getting wild. So now we're left wondering, are we about to see another Middle East stand?
Well, please, at the meantime, subscribe to my channel, like my video, and drop your thought in the comment section.
And that they can't produce nuclear weapons so that they can't make money selling them? Of course they're going to say that. I mean, this is the same tactic that took place at the end of that 12-day spat in June, when Iran claimed victory because they bombed a U.S. facility. It's just hollow words. It's just the Iranian state appearing to their people like they are strong. But in the end, it means absolutely nothing.
Is Iran really calling our bluff, or are they just playing tough for the cameras? What do you think? Should Trump hit back harder, or is this just a political threat, a political theater? Whatever it may be, let me know in the comment section below. If you want more news that's unapologetic and trustworthy, hit that follow button. Appreciate you.
Because I will see you on what's trending next. Thank you and bye.